You just bought the brand new game Dinkum. You load up your first world and have absolutely no idea what you're doing. Maybe swimming with crocodiles is a good idea. Or maybe not. Awkward. So what can you do early on in this game to set yourself up for success and to actually enjoy your time while playing? Well, that's exactly what I'm here to show you guys today. What is up, everyone? I'm Prospect Z, and I'm bringing you the ultimate Dinkum beginner's guide. I'll be showing you a few different tips and tricks to help set yourself up for early success, as well as how to actually progress through the game. This game begins with a classic walkthrough tutorial with the character Fletch. She'll give you the basic tasks such as placing down a base tent, building a campfire, and gathering a few resources. But this tutorial only scratches the surface of what is possible in this game. You may find yourself wondering, what do I do now? And you're not alone in this. I too asked this very same question after finding myself bored when I completed this little tutorial. So I set out to spend hours of research and starting loads of different worlds to bring you guys the ultimate guide. And guys, just as a reminder, check out my other Dinkum content on the channel and keep an eye out for future videos. With that being said, let's get right into it. Before you run off in some random direction to place down your base tent, you'll want to make sure that you place it down near the center of the map. This game is all about exploring. By placing your base tent at the center of the map, it will make exploring so much easier and cut down travel time significantly. Another key tip to keep in mind is that you'll want to place your base tent close to the different biomes. If your center point is in the middle of a desert, it's okay to move close to a bushlands or tropics, as this will help you with gathering the different trees or wood that you need to build up your town. However, it's not always necessary. As you can see here, you will acquire different seeds by cutting down these trees. Once you obtain a shovel, you can easily plant these seeds to grow the different trees you need right next to your base. But before any of this, we need to run over to the location we picked to place our base tent. To remember what location you choose, you can click M to open up your map. You can then left click the area you want, and this will bring up a menu to choose a little banner icon. You can use the WASD to move around this menu, and left click to select the icon you want when it's highlighted. Now, as we run over to this location, it's going to be important to collect up and gather all the different items you run across. You can see here, there are different trees and fruits that you can gather. These fruit items can be used to either eat or to plant in the ground, like you see here, in order to grow new fruit trees close to your base location. Eating in this game is quite complicated, and it took me a while to figure out. You can see here that it'll give you 2 health and 3 energy. So if we sit here and eat this lime, by holding the left click, you'll see up in the left, there was a little circle that got filled up every single time that we ate. So you can eat up to 3 items at once. Eating will refill your health and energy. You may notice that when you eat that it immediately refills your energy. However, the circle next to it also is an indicator of how long your energy will slowly regen. Your energy will become depleted by doing certain tasks such as mining stone or chopping down trees like you see here. You can see that as your energy gets lower and lower, the screen will start to become wider and wider. Let your energy get fully drained, your character will pass out, and the game will automatically take you to the next day. Letting your health get fully depleted will do the same exact thing and skip you to the next day. While running through the different biomes, you will run across different types of fruit that you can harvest. All these fruits can be planted to grow those trees. Remember, the fruit takes a few days to grow back, but they will grow back. So don't chop down these trees just yet. So you can see over in the top left corner underneath your health and energy what your tasks are. So as you can see, it says place tent and talk to Fletch. So let's go back in here and talk with her. While doing the tutorial, Fletch will give you a bug net. This item can be used to catch different bugs as you run around the map. To catch these bugs, it's very simple. First, you'll line yourself up with the bug, then left click to catch the bug. Each bug takes up an inventory spot, so be aware of this as your pockets can fill up relatively quickly. I recommend catching as many bugs as possible in the early game, as this is an easy way to earn dinks. Speaking of dinks, what even are those? Another key aspect to this game is the currency system. This is extremely important to understand. As you continue the main story with Fletch, she'll have you place down a visitor site. This is the location that John will first appear before you build him an actual shop. You can sell anything to John for a profit, and I do mean anything. So by using the bugs that we caught earlier and any other items that we gathered up, we can sell these to John for a profit. Like I said, dinks are crucial in this game. As you see here inside John's goods, some items can become very expensive. But it's not just the items that get to become expensive. To build the different buildings for the town, you'll have to apply for deeds with Fletch. She'll mention that this will put the town into debt, but when you take out a deed for a certain building, you can check the donation box that is right behind Fletch here. When you go up to it, it'll say that the town is in X amount of debt. You can either pay it all off now or in small portions. You aren't the only one who makes donations, however. As the days go by, you'll see the number start to decrease slowly, but this can take a very long time, so I recommend just paying it off yourself. Another crucial part to this game are the permit points. You earn these permit points by completing different milestones that can be found inside your journal. On the right side, you can see that we have the daily milestones. These are the easier to achieve and they reset every time you sleep. The milestones on your left, however, are the more difficult milestones that complete as time goes on. You can see here while picking up these shells, an icon pops up in the bottom left corner. If we hit escape, you can see that we have completed a milestone. If we click on the milestone we completed, you will see that it gives us 100 permit points. This is because we collected 10 shells in total. After we click this, we will see the number above change. This means that to unlock the next milestone, we need to collect 50 shells. This is a good way to keep track of where you're at with these different milestones. Okay, that's cool and all, but what the heck are these permit points even used for? Simple. Permit points are used as a secondary currency to purchase licenses from Fletch. You will need a license for pretty much everything in the game. If you want to use an axe, pickaxe, or shovel, you gotta buy the license. In order to build paths or fencing, you must have the corresponding license. You see a pattern here? Licenses start to become increasingly more expensive, so continue to do all the daily milestones that you can. As I mentioned earlier, you can start to grow the different fruit trees. To do this, you're first going to need a shovel. This can be obtained by John, but you must also have the excavation permit from Fletch as well. You will see the highlighted square. This shows you what you will be digging up. Next, you'll hit Q when hovered over the different fruit or tree seeds, as they can be planted this same way. This will throw the item into the freshly dug hole. Next, you'll place the dirt back on top and you'll see a sapling appear. Wait a few days and these will grow into full trees. Now, some crafting recipes in the game will require different items that you cannot craft, but instead you have to find. If you saw any of these barrels around your world, run back to them with an axe or a pickaxe and hit them. It will drop a variety of items that will be used later on. So later in the game, you can purchase a metal detector from John's Goods. You can use this to find hidden barrels under the dirt. You can also purchase a certain license that will allow your character to see some treasure locations, indicated with an X like you see here. Dig these spots up and you'll find all sorts of different items. The next step in this game is to start raising different animals. The very beginning level with animals will be chooks, or chickens. You must first purchase the handling license from Fletch for 250 permit points. This will allow you to buy and raise chooks. After doing this, you will gain access to the bird coop. To build the bird coop, you're going to need 4 copper, 4 tuft, 2 tin sheets, 3 gum planks, and 4 nails. I would also recommend placing fencing around the coop to contain the chooks into that area, as well to stop wild animals from getting in and killing your little chickens. You'll also gain access to the animal feeder. To build this, you'll need 2 palm wood planks and 2 nails. You must feed your animals every day in order for them to produce different items such as eggs and to level them up to potentially sell later on. There are much easier ways to feed your animals, but that is for a more advanced video. So now you have your pen, your coop, and your feeder, but you're still missing 2 crucial things here: the actual chook, or the chicken, and its food. Food is crafted inside of the grain mill, which to unlock this, you'll need to purchase the Farming 1 license from Fletch for 250 permit points. To build the grain mill, it requires 4 gumwood planks, 4 old gears, 2 copper bars, and 1 old tire. Once you place it down, you then take 10 grass seeds and place them inside. Wait a little while and the chicken feed will pop out. To get these grass seeds, you'll need to use a scythe, which is also unlocked to build with the Farming 1 license. Next, you'll need to buy the actual chook. This can be done by waiting until a vendor named Erwin visits your town at the visitor site, just like John did. 1 baby chook costs 5,000 dinks. Keep an eye out for a future video on how to obtain these other animals and how to tend to them. So the next step to Dinkum is the farming. Farming is a great way to earn dinks, but to get started with farming, you'll want to first have the Farming 1 license. Next, a new visitor will soon visit your island named Rain. She will allow you to purchase a hoe and a watering can, which will be crucial to farming. You will also be purchasing the different seeds from Rain for the different crops that you will be growing. You will see when buying the different seeds, she will mention the best time of year to grow these crops. Keep these in mind as the seasons do change in the game. So after you obtain the proper equipment and the seeds you want to plant, you'll need to find a location close to your main town that's suitable for a farm. But as a word of caution, be sure that it is near water. So, like many games, you're going to start by hoeing the ground and then placing the seeds of your choice. Make sure to read about the different seeds, as some plants need area around them to grow, like melons. You will then water your crops with the watering can. You will have to do this every day after, so keep that in mind. Now me saying be close to water makes sense, right? There are items that you can craft later on, like sprinklers, that will auto water your crops and make things a lot easier for you. Another crucial tip for your farm is to place fencing around it like you did the chicken coop. This will keep the wild animals out and stop them from trampling and ruining your crops. In order for these visitors like Erwin and Rain to become permanent residents of your town, you must first build up a good reputation with them like you did with John. Each character has a different requirement to convince them to stay. So let's say we want to convince Erwin to stay in the town and apply for a deed. We will need to spend at least 25,000 dinks at his store, buying different animals and feed, as well as having a reputation of half a heart. You may be asking, what the heck is the relationship heart and where do you find it? Well, that's actually pretty easy. The easiest way to do this is to open up your journal, go to your pedia, and then select the People tab. Next, you can click the character you want to see the relationship with. We can then see the relationship status with that person. I will leave a link in the description down below to the Dinkum wiki that has all the relationship requirements for each person, as well as other useful information. One last final tip is a new and different way to obtain dinks. To do this, you must first get the town message board, and to obtain this, it is actually a deed that you have to purchase from Fletch inside of her tent. This is a simple board that the different townspeople will post different tasks to. You can see here that one of the jobs is to hunt down and kill an alpha bush devil. As you can see, Fletch is willing to pay 33,000 dinks if you successfully kill the alpha animal. Another type of alpha animal that you may see appear is an alpha crocodile, which is slightly easier compared to the bush devil. But alpha creatures are much harder than normal creatures, so be extra careful and bring lots of food and extra weapons, as they may be needed to take these creatures down. The more you unlock in this game, the more fun it becomes. Building up a town, working to pay off your town debt, and creating a sprawling town in this game is an amazing feeling. But it sure can take a while, so don't get discouraged at all. Just keep playing and make sure to have fun. I have been working on an advanced Dinkum guide, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below, as this will greatly help out the channel. I have been Prospect Z, and it has been a pleasure. Peace out, guys.